Widow Tower. There is a harbor in the north of Xinhua Gulf in Fujian, and in the southeast of it, a small rocky mountain named Tortoise Mountain stretches down to the sea. 300 years ago, the harbor was prosperous. The relatives of 18 lean families in a village purchased a 3-mast sailing ship. In the spring of each year, the men of these 18 families would load up the ship with cargo and sail for southeastern Asian countries. They sold the cargo there and loaded up their ship with products from these countries. They usually returned home on the 11th or 12th month of the lunar calendar for Chinese New Year. Among the women of these 18 families, there was a virtuous and beautiful lady named Jie. She and her husband, Chuan, were very close. One winter, it was only 1 month before Chinese New Year, and also the time for the men's return. Jie and the other 17 women often came to Tortoise Mountain to wait for their husbands. One evening, the southeast wind blew hard, and there was a fog bank. Seeing this bad weather, Jie was worried that Chuan might not see the route to home clearly. The following day, several fishing vessels came back. The fishermen said that a big 3-mast sailing ship arrived near the harbor. However, it sailed back to sea because it could not recognize the right direction in the heavy fog last night. Unfortunately, the ship was on the rocks. It was sorrowful that the ship was broken, all the people were dead, and the cargo was gone. But the fishermen could not identify whom the ship belonged to, and this worried everyone very much. For several days, these 18 women went to the top of Tortoise Mountain. They were very worried, looking at the sea and waiting for their relatives' return. The third day was the 15th day of the month, so the tides were huge. Though permanent gazes blurred their eyes, their relatives still did not return. Some broken boards came floating in with the tide. Someone said that those boards looked like parts of their ship. Later on, the tide brought along a wooden trunk. Jie was shocked when looking at it. And then she cried out,
"Ah! That's Chuan's wooden trunk! I drew the peony on the cover of the trunk."
Jie and the other 17 women could not help but cry. A few days later, a ship from a neighboring village came back. People on that ship said that Chuan's ship had returned a few days ago. They believed that fog had caused the shipwreck. But Jie did not believe it, so she still stood on the top of Tortoise Mountain, waiting for her husband every day. It seemed that she heard Chuan shouting, "Where is my hometown?" Finally, Jie understood that she should build a light tower here to help the villagers on ships recognize the direction home during foggy days. Everyone agreed with Jie's idea. They donated a lot of money and worked on building the tower. Before long, a 30-meter high tower was established. From then on, These 18 widows took turns to light a lamp in the tower every night. One night, during a furious storm, it was Ojie's turn to light the lamp. All the villagers said that there would be no ship returning in such bad weather. But Ojie said,
"There must be more ships that need to take shelter from the storm."
And then she brought the lamp to Tortoise Mountain. After having lit up the lamp, she came down from the tower. All of a sudden, a huge gust of wind blew Ojie into the sea. From then on, people who returned from overseas would see the tall tower while their ships were nearing the harbor. They could deeply feel the kindness, as if their families were waving to them, and as if Ojie and Ah Chuan were eagerly guiding them.